How's it going, everybody? RyeSquad here today, and we are back with your Kansas City Royals, ready to get started in the ALDS, guys. And yesterday's episode was a fun one. We did knock off the Houston Astros, who, I mean, they were a good team in the regular season, and we know they have talent. 93 wins. We did get 90 wins, though. They are ranked as the third best team in baseball. Their defense and speed, and we actually saw that defense come into play a couple times. A couple errors, and we reached them. We might have scored on one of the errors. So, honestly, it was a fun series. If you guys haven't caught that one already, we're 24 hours later. Go ahead and check that one out. But now we are ready to take on our division rivals in the Minnesota Twins. It should be good. I mean, man, I don't really want to have to contend with them like all the time, but it's just going to be the situation we're dealt. 5th in contact, 3rd in power, and 6th in pitching, 16th in defense and speed. You guys can see that our defense is actually 4th, so we've apparently built a really strong defensive team. Not something that I would have expected, but, you know, I'll take it. It's not what I'm going for, but it's what I got. So let's take a look at the Twins roster, and you guys can see here, Willie Castro is their leadoff man against righties and lefties. Decent contact, okay power versus righties. Carlos Correa is batting 2nd for them at short. Great contact versus lefties. I don't think we have many lefties coming up in the rotation. Then Nolan Jones, who is their best hitter, 98 clutch. He is somebody to look out for with runners in scoring position. That contact is great and the power is good. Then another all-around hitter here in Royce Lewis. Their catcher is Ryan Jeffers, so a solid catcher. Matt Wallner here, really good against righties. Byron Buxton out there in center field. Great speed, really good fielder. Plenty of power. Would like to see his contact and vision go up, but not for me, not as the opponent. And then Manuel Rodriguez here, 22 years old, 72 overall, is their DH. So interesting to see that their DH is not that good of a batter. And then Kyle Farmer is playing first. Really good against lefties, great clutch. So against righties, that contact is going to shoot up. And then solid enough power. So certainly something to look out for. They do have a backup catcher, Cal Raleigh here. He is an 84 switch hitter. I guess he might be playing against... No, he's not playing at all. So it's kind of an embarrassment of riches there at the catcher position. I guess they went with the more well-rounded bat rather than the bat that's just got a bunch of power. He's a better fielder, too, than Ryan Jeffers. So interesting to see that they've gone there, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's take a look at their pitching rotation now, too. See what we're up against. Pablo Lopez is their number 1. Then Joe Ryan. So that's a great 1-2 punch. It does fall off a little bit with Matt Manning, Bailey Ober, and Michael Wacha. You know, just, we did let Michael Wacha go, didn't we? Did we trade him away? I don't remember, actually. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. He's pictured in a Royals uniform, so we must have traded him away. And their bullpen is actually pretty solid. And Yohan Duran, just a phenomenal closer here at 27 years of age, 89 overall, is dropping, but guys, is still crazy, crazy good. So, very, very strong team in pretty much every area. We're going to have to be at our best to get past them here. You can see in the other AL wildcard, Texas swept the Baltimore Orioles. So Tampa Bay versus Texas and Minnesota versus Kansas City here. Our ALDS matchups. Over in the National League, Arizona swept the Atlanta Braves and Washington in 3 against Pittsburgh is going on to face Philly. The Dodgers face the Diamondbacks. That should be actually a really good series there too. But it's now time for us to get started. Cole Ragans is our projected number 1 to start this series. Then they've got Trevor Rogers pitching again. That would be about a week off for Trevor Rogers, so I am okay with that. Remember, we are going to be a little bit off schedule with our pitching rotation just simply because of having to play in the wild card. So winning the division and being one of the top 2 seeds is definitely worth it. We are going to quick manage though, keep everything the same. I'm not going to change any of these settings. And you can see that Trevor Rogers is close to being ready, but Cole Ragans here, I guess we do have back-to-back lefties here. So that comment about not too many lefties up in the rotation, I'm just thinking of Brady Singer and Walker Buehler being our 2 and 3, but we've got, in the first 2 games of this series, we've got Cole Ragans and Trevor Rogers. I guess I could go with John Means, but I think I'd rather go with Cole Ragans. He didn't pitch good at all, I guess, in the regular season. He is the weak link. Do I go with John Means instead? He pitched a lot better in the regular season. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with John Means. They're expecting Cole Ragans. I'm going to go with John Means. Yeah, I think I just kind of want, the home runs per 9 is scary though. Let's go with Ragans. Maybe he'll turn it on in the postseason. Our batters look fine. Let's get it started. Bobby Witt's going to ground out. Garcia's going to fly out. Pasquantino grounds out. So a very quiet 1-2-3 inning for us to start this series.
3.
A strikeout, a flyout, and a flyout. So quiet first inning for both teams. A pop-up, a single there for Verdugo. Drury grounds into a double play, and it's basically a 1-2-3 inning. Now Royce Lewis is going to ground out. Correa grounds out. Farmer flies out. Okay, so both pitchers starting off hot. A double right off the bat from Freddie Furman. You'll love to see that. Hunter Renfroe is going to ground out. Can we hit and run? A ground out, but we do get him to third, which is fine. Bobby Witt is going to strike out with a guy at third. It's a bit disappointing, but with 2 outs, you can't sack fly. You got to put it in play. You got to get on base. Couldn't get him home. Maybe should have had Hunter Renfroe hit and run just to get him over there with 1 out, but it is what it is. Ryan Jeffers now doubles. Byron Buxton grounds out. A fly out there. Willie Castro grounds out. So they, with the leadoff double, doesn't come back to hurt us. And through 3 innings, looking pretty good so far for Cole Ragans. Glad I went with him. Maikel Garcia is going to fly out. Pasquantino strikes out. Gorman singles. Doogie pops up. Okay. Espinal is going to double. Another leadoff double. That's back-to-back leadoff doubles. I don't like that from Ragans. Nolan Jones is going to score him with a single there. Can we pick off first? He is safe. Royce Lewis strikes out. Correa is going to reach on an error. Who committed the error? Who did that? Royce reaches base on a fielding error by right fielder Hunter Renfroe. Oh, my goodness. Kyle Farmer flies out, and then a strikeout there. So only 1 run comes across. A lot of action on the base paths, but only 1 run. So I'm not going to complain about that. Brandon Drury pops up. Furman reaches on an error. Hunter Renfroe grounds into a fielder's choice, and Tyler O'Neill pops up. I've got to keep my eye on Ragans here. I don't want to pull him too early. It's only the 4th inning, but definitely gotten noisier on the base paths. Strikeout for Buxton. Wallner hits a solo shot. Willie Castro flies out. Espinal walks. Nolan Jones grounds out. So back-to-back innings where only 1 run is scored, but our offense has been kept quiet by Pablo Lopez. Bobby Witt Jr. is going to ground out. Garcia strikes out. Pasquantino grounds out. I mean, I think I'm okay to keep going with Ragans here. A fly out, a ground out, and a ground out. Okay, so through 6 innings, 2 runs allowed by Ragans. Guys, it's not the pitching right now, let me tell you. Gorman singles. Verdugo pops up. Drury flies out. Furman singles. Renfroe grounds out. Oh, man, okay. Ragans is looking okay. We are going to keep a close eye on him, but it is the 7, 8, 9 hitters here.
3.
Jeffers strikes out. Buxton grounds out. Wallner grounds out. Beautiful. So Ragans, 7 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed. And he might take the L. O'Neill flies out.
3.
Bobby Witt, 0 for 4 today. Maikel Garcia is going to reach on a single. I'm going to hit and run. If we get a good shot here from Pasquantino, we might be able to score him. And he is going to ground out. Okay, the 8th. I'm going to keep going. A ground out, a single, a fly out, and a run is scored there. It is time to switch pitchers. We're going to go to Stratton next. He's pitched 1.2 and been good so far. Correa singles, and we catch him stealing. Okay, so a 3-run game heading into the top of the 9th. We gotta come back in a big way here. Verdugo pops up. Drury singles. Furman with a 2-run shot. We're back to within 1. We're back to within 1, boys. Pitching change. Yohan Duran comes on for 1 more out, and it's a fly out from Hunter Renfroe. Oh, man, we got to him there late, but 8 2/3. He couldn't quite get it done. He did allow 8 hits, but we just couldn't score the runners when we had the chance. So, view organization's games. Let's take a look at the box score. How many is there a left on base column? It doesn't. We don't have the left on base total. That's a bit disappointing. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. So, man, that's a bit disappointing that we can't see that. But a 2-3 loss against their ace. You know, it's encouraging that our pitching was as good as it was, but you know, no moral victories here in the postseason. No moral victories. We just need pure victories. We now have Trevor Rogers up against Joe Ryan. And I'm not going to switch this one either. I'm gonna go with Trevor Rogers because we do need to pull 1 game back here. It's a best of 5, right? So if we can steal 1 on the road, I'd be happy with that. And I think Trevor Rogers is probably the guy to get that done for us. It's probably the closest we're ever going to get in pitching matchup with Joe Ryan being an 86, Trevor Rogers being an 84. No need to change anything here. I don't think anybody has been overly disappointing. Bobby Witt actually has been quite disappointing in the postseason. the whole top of the order, I mean, our bats haven't been great, let's be honest. They haven't been amazing. They're all batting in the 200s. Only Verdugo's batting above 200, I think. I mean, Hunter Renfroe is as well. So 286 for O'Neill, not bad, but we need a little bit more. All right, Bobby Witt is going to line out. Garcia flies out. Vinny Pasquantino gets a starter with a solo shot. 2-out bomb. And it is 1-0 here early in the first. Gorman is going to ground out. Willie Castro now grounds out. Espinal strikes out. Nolan Jones strikes out. Okay. Get through an inning with a lead. I'll take it. Verdugo strikes out. Drury strikes out. Furman doubles. He loves those doubles, man. A swing and a ground out from Hunter Renfroe. Royce Lewis singles. Correa hits a 2-run shot. Farmer doubles. A fly out. Buxton grounds out. Wallner reaches on an error. Castro is going to score him with a single. Stolen base and a ground out. Good Lord. Almost batted around there in the third. A 2-run shot and a lot of hits. But, I mean, I guess 3 runs. It's not good. Tyler O'Neill singles. Can he steal second? He steals second. Bobby Witt flies out. Garcia singles. Vinny Pasquantino has not great clutch. Swing away. Oh, runner thrown out at home. He turned the corner. Pasquantino single. We probably should have left him all loaded. Actually decent clutch against righties for Nolan Gorman. So a ground out is in our future there. And wow, we had a chance. We now have more hits and a solo shot for Nolan Jones. Lewis flies out. Correa reaches on an error. Farmer doubles. Jeffers grounds into a double play. Actually, did he? What happened? So O'Neill, he flew out to center, and O'Neill threw out Correa at the plate. We love to see that. But it is 4-1 after the solo shot. Verdugo flies out. Drury flies out. Furman strikes out. Buxton strikes out. Wallner flies out. Castro singles. Pick him off. He's safe. Another single. Nolan Jones scores 2. Reaches on an error and a ground out. So another, oh my God, 6 runs through 4 innings. That's really poor. Renfroe singles. O'Neill strikes out. Bobby Witt grounds into a fielder's choice. Hit and run. A single. We got runners at the corners. Hit and run again. A run is scored. Okay. Nolan Gorman. Hit and run. He's caught stealing. Dang. But we do pull 2 runs back, and it's now time to change pitchers. I'm going to go to Daniel Lynch. Actually, I'm going to go to Seth Lugo here. I think I am going to go to Seth Lugo. Switch it up. Go with the righty instead of the lefty here, because they've been hitting lefties pretty good. Well, at least Trevor Rogers pretty good. A fly out. A single.
He's out.
Caught him stealing. A single there from Buxton. A single there. Oh, no. A strikeout. And there we go. We are okay. We are out of that one just fine. All right, but we do need to get going in a hurry. Over halfway through this game. Down by 4. A pop-up there from Gorman. Verdugo grounds out. Drury flies out. Espinal grounds out. Jones walks. A 2-run shot from Royce Lewis. A ground out and a pop-up. We're down by 6, guys. This game might be over. Strikeout there from Furman. Renfroe flies out. A single from O'Neill. Bobby Witt hit and run. Caught stealing. I know he's moving, but you got to make contact. Like, ugh. Jeffers singles. Stolen base. Strikeout. Pop-up. And a run is scored on a double from Castro. Reaches on an error and a flyout. 9-2. This is over. I'm gonna pitching change. We're gonna go to Anderson here. A ground out, a walk, a 2-run shot, a line out, a single, a stolen base, runner thrown out at home. Cool. It's 11-2. Pitching change. Danny Colomb. A walk there from Gorman. Verdugo also walks. Drury grounds out. We got runners at second and third. A strikeout. And Renfroe is hit by pitch. Tyler O'Neill. Grand slam! Oh my God. A grand slam from Tyler O'Neill. And pretty much, I don't think it's going to matter. But we're down by 5. And a strikeout there from Bobby Witt. A 2-out grand slam. 11-6 makes the game look better than it was. But Trevor Rogers, in dreadful day up there on the mound. Just dreadful, dreadful day. We now head back to Kansas City with our playoff lives on the line here. And again, this was always going to be tough, but this has been really disappointing. We're going to quick manage it here. We're going with our alternate homes. Cool. Love it. Brady Singer, Walker Buehler. Who's pitched better so far in the postseason? Do we have postseason stats? Yeah, so I guess Walker Buehler's technically pitched better. Let's go with Walker. No, I'm going to trust Brady Singer. He pitched well enough in the regular season. It was one game.
Take your baseball.
Walks Castro to start here. Pick him off. Fly out there. Single from Jones. Pinch runner. Did he get hurt? Injury substitution. Okay. A fly out, and Jeffers pops up. So, 2 runners on, a pinch runner, but no damage done. Bobby Witt is going to pop up. Man, Bobby, he's got to be a bit better in the postseason. Because this has not been great. Vinny Pasquantino, 1, 2, 3. Dang it. All right, so Matt Wallner flies out. Buxton strikes out. Rodriguez flies out. Okay. So far, Singer's looking good through 2. Gorman solo shot, and we take the lead in the bottom of the second. Verdugo flies out. A double there from Brandon Drury. Freddie Furman with 1 out. Can we hit and run? Flies out, and he has to go back to second. Renfroe grounds out. I'm just trying to get him over, man. Couldn't get him onto third. That's okay. We do take the lead with a solo shot.
3.
Kyle Farmer strikes out. Willie Castro singles. Correa grounds into a double play, and that's tough. With Castro on first, he's quick, and he gets a good jump. So Tyler O'Neill now has been amazing in the postseason. Holy cow. And he's going to walk. Bobby Witt Jr. singles. Runners at the corner. Go for the sac fly. Beautiful. We take the lead there. Vinny Pasquantino, swing, fly out. Gorman, let's hit and run on a pop-up. That's fine. 2-0 though. I was hoping because just how fast Bobby Witt is, if he's on the move and we just get a normal single, he might be able to score. But we got the sac fly. We got that extra run. We're looking okay. Deshaun Kiersey Jr. singles. Royce Lewis singles. Jeffers pops up. Wallner flies out. Buxton strikes out. So again, runners on first and second. But Singer comes up clutch. Verdugo flies out. Drury pops up. Furman grounds out. Singer's clutch is 65. It's not that much better than any of his other stats. So it's not like he gets better when there's runners in scoring position, but he's pitched that way today.
3.
Strikeout for Rodriguez. Farmer does single.
3.
Castro strikes out. Correa. Okay, it's a stolen base there for for Farmer, but a strikeout there anyway, so it doesn't do any damage. And good 5 innings from Singer. Love it. Renfroe grounds out. O'Neill. Solo shot from O'Neill, and there's a 3rd run. Bobby Witt Jr. Okay, I'm just looking at his stats. Like, okay. Oh, man, he's got to do better than what he's doing, man. He's batting, I think, sub 200. 1 for 3 today, though. I guess isn't the end of the world. Garcia grounds out. Bobby Witt is our star. If he was the one carrying his weight and it was the rest of the team not coming up clutch, I might, excuse it just because the roster I know is not loaded with all-stars, but Bobby Witt is supposed to be the all-star. Deshaun Kiersey strikes out. Royce Lewis grounds out. Jeffers flies out. The other thing I'm thinking is they probably don't feel the need to pitch to Bobby Witt. Maybe, actually, I don't know. They could do either one. Pitch to him because there's nobody else around him that can hit, or pitch around him because if you walk him, nobody else is going to get him on. So Pasquantino flies out. Gorman strikes out. Verdugo singles. Drury grounds out. Singer still going strong. Allows a leadoff single for Wallner. Grounds into a fielder's choice. Now Buxton is at first.
3.
A strikeout there for Rodriguez. Kyle Farmer is going to single. Castro walks.
Take your base.
He walks another one, and I think, okay, that's time. We're going to bring in Schreiber.
3.
And a strikeout there. And yeah, he had the bases loaded. As soon as he gave up the walk and walked somebody home, it was time to take him out. We still have a 2-run lead, though, and we still got chances to add to it. Furman is now going to face Brock Stewart.
3.
Strikes him out.
3.
Renfroe strikes out. O'Neill, a second solo shot for O'Neill, I think that is. He had one in the 5th, now one in the 7th, and reestablishes a 3-run lead. Bobby Witt is then going to strike out. Royce Lewis grounds out. Jeffers lines out. Wallner pops up. John Schreiber killing it, man. Michael Garcia is now going to face Danny Colon. Flies out. Vinny Pasquantino flies out. Nolan Gorman strikes out. And it's time to go to the closer, Jose Leclerc. Top of the 9th, Byron Buxton, Rodriguez, and Farmer up is what's between us and pulling back 1 game in the series.
3.
Buxton strikes out. Rodriguez singles. Farmer hits a 2-run shot. Oh my God.
3.
Castro strikes out. Correa flies out, and Jose Leclerc, despite giving me a minor heart attack, is going to get the job done. 2 runs allowed, but we were up by 3. Tyler O'Neill with 2 home runs, 2 solo shots. Beautiful. That's what you want to see, man. Just everybody getting in on the action. A 4-3 win. It's solid. We did well enough. Brady Singer gave up hits, didn't allow many runs. Jose Leclerc got the save, as scary as it was. And we now have a chance against Bailey Ober. This is probably, we might have the pitching advantage here. This might be the first time all postseason where we have a pitching advantage. Both guys with an 80, but Buehler has pitched in the postseason so far. Ober has not. So let's get it done. Walker Buehler, let's do it. Let's see if we can tie the series and go to 5.
3.
Castro strikes out. Correa singles.
Ball 4.
A walk. A pop-up. Jeffers
3.
strikes out. Okay, so 2 base runners, no runs.
Ball
Bobby
4.
Witt
Take
is
your
going to
base.
walk. Garcia lines out. Pasquantino pops up. Gorman flies out, and we couldn't do anything with Bobby Witt there on first. Wallner grounds out. Buxton grounds out. Rodriguez strikes out. Okay, so pitching so far got better in the second. Verdugo singles. Drury flies out. A fly out for Furman. And Renfro's also going to single. O'Neal reaches on an error. Bobby Witt, come on, man.
3.
Strikes out. Just put it in play. An error. I don't care. You just need to make contact.
3.
Kyle Farmer strikes out. Castro pops up. Correa singles.
3.
Kiersey Jr. strikes out. There we go. Michael
3.
Garcia strikes out. Pasquantino lines out. Gorman grounds out. All right. No runs between the two teams. 2 hits apiece. 1 error there for the Twins through 3.
3.
Lewis is going to strike out. Jeffers grounds out. Wallner pops up, and he is out. Verdugo
3.
strikes out. Drury flies out. Furman grounds out. Byron Buxton now in the top of the 5th. Singles. Rodriguez 2-run shot. Farmer pops up. Castro grounds out. Correa flies out, but a 2-run shot there. And we're now down. We're down 2, and right now it's looking like we're heading out. Renfro singles, though. It's not over. Double play. Bobby Witt grounds out. Dude, Bobby, when's the last time he got a hit, man? Oh, this is brutal from Bobby Witt this postseason. Kiersey Jr. grounds out. Royce Lewis singles. Jeffers singles. Pitching change. We're going... I'm going to go to Chris Stratton. I might go to Lynch. I'm going to go to Daniel Lynch. Wallner, sacrifice bunt. Buxton grounds out. All right, Lynch gets through the inning for us. I didn't want to mess around with it. I can't afford one more run against. Garcia's going to ground out. Pasquantino walks. Gorman flies out. Verdugo flies out. Rodriguez grounds out. Farmer singles. Castro doubles.
Ball 4.
A walk. Fielder's choice.
3.
And a strikeout. Bases loaded. We get through 2 outs. I pitched around Correa. We loaded the bases. We got a fielder's choice in there at home, which was huge. And then, okay. Three more chances to save our playoff lives.
3.
Drury strikes out. Furman grounds out. Renfro flies out. We are going to go to a different pitcher. We're going to go to, I think, Sandlin here. We're going to go with the setup man in the 8th. We just need to keep it quiet.
3.
A strikeout there. A ground out there. And a fly out there. That's what we needed. Tyler O'Neal's been amazing, so I'm going to let him swing. He doubles. Bobby Witt. Do I pinch hit for Bobby Witt? Like, Bailey Ober still kicking everybody's booty right now. Oh, man, he's a righty. Bobby Witt against righties is 80 and 61. Do I pinch hit? I mean, do we have anybody that's better against righties? I don't think we do. Come on, Bobby. He's going to fly out. Michael Garcia is not good. He's not been good, and he's not... I might pinch hit Michael Garcia here. 58-41. His 87 clutch, though. Tyler O'Neill is in scoring position. He grounds out. Vinny Pasquantino. I got to leave Vinny. A pop-up. Oh, no. Rodriguez strikes out. Farmer flies out. Castro grounds out. And we're now down to our last 3 outs. Nolan Gorman against righties is got great... He looks good. Verdugo against righties got good contact. They're going to bring in Yohan Duran. Strikes him out. Brandon Drury flies out. And that is it. That is our postseason. We've been eliminated by the Twins. 2-0 there. Bailey Ober dominates us. And I think it's clear to see, guys, we need a bit more at the plate. Our batters just couldn't get it done. The pitchers did give us a chance, minus Trevor Rogers. Right, we lost 11-6 in this one, but 3-2 loss, 4-3 win, 2-0 loss. Like, it was all within just a couple runs. We just needed our batters to hit better. And guys, like, I know he's our superstar, and there's nothing's changing with him. But batting 143 in the entire postseason through 28 at-bats with 0 home runs, 0 RB, did nothing. He had 4 hits. Guys, we played 7 games. He had 4 hits. That is dreadful from Bobby Witt Jr. And maybe it's because his batting against righties isn't all that good. His clutch is good, though. Maybe he shouldn't be batting leadoff. Maybe a leadoff bat with some good vision and just great contact is what we need. Next season, maybe an outfielder to replace Renfroe who can bat leadoff, and then Bobby Witt with his clutch can bat second or third, right? That might be what we need to do going forward, but just definitely was not good enough. And I don't think Bobby Witt's best role is as the leadoff guy. I know he's got tremendous speed and he's a great base runner, but I mean, I think that bat is too good to be just the leadoff guy. I think I need him on up to the plate with runners on. So I think getting somebody to bat in front of Bobby Witt is going to be huge next year, and it can change the whole dynamic for us. Nolan Gorman, same thing could be said about him. He's a power bat. He had 1 home run, 5 hits in 7 games. Not good enough there. 192 batting average. I mean, there's so many bad batting averages. Pasquantino was fine. He did have 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in 7 games, so I'm not going to complain too much about him. Brandon Drury, pretty average bat here. Should be batting further down in the lineup, I think, than he was. So really getting guys that with good batting stats, guys that get on, and then maybe some more power hitters for the middle of the lineup there. So Bobby Witt can bat third. Nolan Gorman can bat fourth. And we get, maybe somebody for first. Maikel Garcia is fine for second, I think. Just kind of switching it up there. A little bit different roles for everybody's bat next year. But unfortunately, that is how our postseason ends. Minnesota moves on to face Tampa Bay. Arizona upsets the Dodgers. And Philly beats Washington. Should be interesting to see how the ALCS and the NLCS and then the World Series goes. But that'll have to wait for the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.
This a free-for-all before we fall. This a free-for-all before we fall. Some L's, but I guess you can't win them all. Getting busy, been so busy, but always keeping